everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Rams going up against the Bears. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Chicago Bears. And they'll go on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the 1st down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And, boy, the payoff was good.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The starting 11 defensively for the Bears.
Eddie Goldman's everything you want in a defensive tackle, a run stopper who can move upfield and rush the passer.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put the...
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Let's go.
Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a 1st down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
All they've talked about is, okay, how do we take control of this ball game early? That's one way right there. No fear, guys. And if they had any, it's probably gone after that run.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. Well, it's a night game, a lot of energy in this building, but the visiting team here, they get the ball in the opening drive, and they find a way to at least produce 3.
And things are just getting started, so you can't say that they've taken the momentum totally, but a good start towards seizing it in this game.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Three and a half to go, first quarter. They come out here in the eye. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Three and a half to go, first quarter. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Look at this, a tight end carry. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
They're going to look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. The defense here for the Rams.
Olivier Vernon is a defensive end that combines terrific run-stopping ability with a quick first step to the passer.
Out of the gun now on third down. Finding time. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield. He's sacked at the 46. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position. It's actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here, because they just broke tendency. Third down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it, and they ran it really well and picked up a first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Again, it's Johnson. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so, because you've tried to run the ball, and really didn't matter who got the ball in the play, because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the first down.
Back to throw here. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll look to throw here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Now, Jack Patrick. All right, now, look at 56. Now, that's fine.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people...
And it's a fumble. It's brought in by Kevin White. First down, he'll drop to throw it. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football. But you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Back to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Jack Patrick. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch him now. Party.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Third down, 15 yards still needed. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break.
Into the end zone.
And that'll carry over
my offense. The defense is taking.
Find the catch there, brings up second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll give it to him right at halftime. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on third down. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused at the end with a short run.
Let's go.
Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Now hold everything. Yards to go here on second down for the offense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
Detroit! Watch it! Hurry up, here we go! Detroit! 52. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up.
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run it with Johnson. Cuts David Johnson on his way. The 40, the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Blue 90. Gun. Gun. Here we go. Philly. Here we go. Gun. Watch it now, Barney. Tighten up. All right, now. Check three.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. It's a gain of 17 that time. And the Bears are going to get a first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And he was able to find a very soft spot in that zone coverage.
I love that term, Brandon. That soft spot where you find the open area, set up, and catch the football before the hard collision comes afterwards.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And now they're in the hurry-up. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some... And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And Gano is going to miss this one left. Oh, it's no good for Gano. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Mike Evans, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Now let's go. Blue, land it. Good. Detroit. Hurry up, here we go. Blue, land it.
They'll set up to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. And they'll run it here. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go on the ground. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3. And when they do their...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
Touchdown, Chicago! Their dangerous wide receiver, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. One receiver to the left is Evans. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll look to throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. It's a gain of 21 that time. And the Bears are set up now, 1st and goal. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Back there, Philly, here we go. Hurry up, let's go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And tough starting field position here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up to the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. So third and medium here, 3rd and 5. Back to throw. He's got Evans. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Second down following the run.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They come up in an offset out. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And to give this time to the tailback. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a third down and 8.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. They'll drop the throw. He hits White, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. He'll drop to throw. Escapes the sack. Surveying the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
All right, now, lock it in.
bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Offense working with a 3rd and 13 still left. They come up in an offset eye. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Here we go now.
They're going to look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a 4-yard pickup, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Mike Evans. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Los Angeles, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Chicago.
Just a bunch of poor boys, daddies, girls, children of the cornfield, trying to turn a shift job into a dollar bill. We wear the muddy boots, stay true to how we're raised. Ain't nothing about us fake. You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week, working now. Everybody wanna party all night long, bonfire on the back 40, in the middle of nowhere, nobody going home tonight, till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight. Yeah. Just a bunch of John Deere junkies getting funky to some old hang, nothing been stuck in the mud that we can't hook up to a rusty chain in the sun or in the rain. Yeah, it's the kind of thing